పబ్లిక్ టాక్ టీవీ ప్రేక్షకులకు స్వాగతం. ఈ రోజు మనం శ్రీమతి ప్రొఫెసర్ చదా రేఖా రావు గారి ఇంటర్వ్యూ కోసం మనం వచ్చాము. వారిని కలుద్దాం. హాయ్ మేడం.
Hi, how are you? Great pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
ఆంగ్ల వ్యాఖ్యాతగా కూడా మీరు చాలా ఈవెంట్స్ ఆర్గనైజ్ చేశారు కదా, దీని గురించి మీరు ఏం చెప్తారు?
Being an English commentator was one thing which was my dream come true. College lo unnappudu I was already doing programs with All India Radio Jamshedpur as a amateur RJ. So weekly 3 times velli dani sardaga 1 hour program chesi they would give 100 rupees appudu maaku dorkidi. Danto shopping chesi pani puri chaat avani konukoni tini we would come back. I never thought what I was doing for fun one day is going to become my career. So alag start avindi. And then when I got married to an army officer, we have lots of activities. So dantlo hosting, anchoring ani chesidani. Then again coming back to schools and colleges, both as a teacher, as a principal. I used to train the students how to do the anchoring. And coming back to commentary in Telangana especially, that was a big challenge. Initially, people were not accepting me. They said like, we would like, they had their own candidates, powerful candidates, politically connected candidates. So these IS officers and all, they would love my voice, but again they would say, ma'am, we will get back to you. 5 years, tirigenu, I did not get the chance. It's not that they did not like my voice, it's not that they did not like the way I spoke. The only thing is that power speaks, and I'm coming from a background where I don't have political powers. So 2017, 15th August, he also went, try chesenu, they said, no, it's not possible. Then I gave it up, in fact. Then after, next day, while resume తీసుకున్నారు, they said, whenever required, we will get back to you. Then the lady who was supposed to do the commentary, she fell ill. జ్వరం వచ్చేసింది. Then immediately I got a call that you have to do it. So 1 day gap lo prepare avenu, and 15th August Golkondalo I did. That was the first thing what I did in Telangana. That is a historic moment. CM was there and all the dignitaries, the entire bureaucracy was there. So that is a historic moment. And the August చేసిన సెప్టెంబర్లో ఈవెంట్స్ లేవు. అక్టోబర్ నవంబర్ నుంచి డీజీపీ వాళ్ళందరూ వచ్చారు. దెన్ ఆల్ పోలీస్ కమెమరేషన్స్ స్టిల్ నౌ అరౌండ్ 19 to 20 కామెంటరీస్ చేశాను. అండ్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ ఇన్ తెలంగాణ, ఐ హ్యావ్ బీన్ కాల్డ్ టు గుంటూరు, దెన్ విజయవాడ. సో నౌ ఐఎమ్ ట్రావెలింగ్ బిట్వీన్ ఆంధ్ర అండ్ గుంటూరు, అండ్ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ యాక్సెప్టెడ్, రైట్. సో ద ఫస్ట్ బ్రేక్ తీసుకోవడానికి 5 years దొరికింది. దట్ వాజ్ రియలీ టఫ్. But now things are really happening. So every second day, wherever is requirement, I get a call, and sometimes I get a call night 12 o'clock. Like next day program untundi, they tell me, ma'am, tomorrow is a program, you come. That is little challenging because commentary, what I do is little different. Cricket commentary ante, man stadium lo em avutundi. You see and you comment, you do your commentary. No commentary ante, I need to know the protocols, I need to know the people, I need to have the flow of the events. And then the information what I get from the organizers, that is very important. And most of the time, on time dorakadu. Suppose I get a call at night 12:30 and morning 6 o'clock in commentary ala. I don't even know what exactly I have to speak while and the correct information iyero. So if I get the information mundu, I can do my research work and I can speak. So sometimes it is so challenging, I don't get the information, then what I'm supposed to do, I don't even know. So half an hour they will give me some papers, and I go through it. Immediately na experience bati through my thought process and all, I make it a thing. So commentary, of course, yes, it is beautiful, it looks glamorous, but the problems what I face is challenging. That is one thing.
Typical question, third gender gurinchi mee alochana entandi?
Third gender for me is very common. It's like one of us, it's like a man, a woman, and a mix of both. So I never thought they are very different. Yes, government is doing a lot. People, NGOs and people, they have become aware that they have to be treated normally. Otherwise, for me, they are just like human beings. They have to be treated like human beings. There should be no discrimination, no discussion on it. It is a common subject. One of us, that's it.
Present society lo 80% of the students engineering ne వాళ్ళ కెరియర్ గా చూస్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు, ఎందుకంటారు?
Yes, market lo bold professions unnai, but most of the students, around 80% of them, they go for engineering. The reason is that there are many reasons. First of all, engineering tag ante, it is a prestigious tag. Engineering is a synonym to intelligence and academic excellence. That is one reason. Secondly, lots of innovations are happening, lots of new companies are coming, so that technical knowledge is very important. So that is one thing why the students are going for it. And again, there is something, వాళ్ళకి passion unna లేకపోయినా, they are going for engineering. The reason is that there is something called play safe strategy or being futuristic. ఒక మాట మనకి that B.Ed or B.Tech tag ఉంటే, people they know, yes, technically they are good. So దాని తర్వాత ఒక B.Tech వచ్చేస్తే, from there they can go for any field. They can go for civil services, they can go for banking job, or they can start their own companies. That is the reason they go. It is not that everyone has the potential, but again, sometimes we have to play a strategy. We have to be futuristic so that in case of emergency, we have a solid qualification where we can land up, and engineering is one thing which does that.
అంటే మిగతా రంగాల్లో అవకాశాలు లేవంటారా?
ఉన్న ఇప్పుడు ఇంజనీరింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఏం చేస్తుంటారు, జస్ట్ దే హ్యావ్ మినిమం క్వాలిఫికేషన్ బీటెక్. దాని తర్వాత వాళ్ళు ఫిల్మ్స్లో వెళ్తున్నారు, మ్యూజిక్లో వెళ్తున్నారు. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫిల్మ్ ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్ అండ్ ఆల్ నవ్ డేస్, ఇఫ్ యూ సీ, దే ఆర్ బీటెక్స్, రైట్, ఇంజనీరింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్. అండ్ ఈవెన్ ద సింగర్స్ అండ్ ఆల్, they are into that. And again, when we go to Telugu movies or Tollywood or Bollywood, most of the heroes, especially the guys, they are engineers, or they had the aspiration to be, though they wanted to do something else, but as a basic qualification, B.Tech unnadi. 4 years lo ayipotundi, plus technically you're sound, and akkadi nunchi mana ఏ career option తీసుకున్నాను, it is happening. That is the reason.
ఇన్నాళ్ళ మీ టీచింగ్ ప్రొఫెషన్లో స్టూడెంట్స్తో కానీ మీ కొలీగ్స్తో కానీ జెండర్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూలో మీరు ఏమైనా ఇబ్బందులు పడ్డారా?
In fact, almost 20 years since I am into the field of education, and so many batches have passed out. Most of them are doctors, engineers, then some of them are pilots, and most of the girls, they are into Indian Army, CRPF lo unnaru, everywhere they are there. And in fact, some of them are into movies also. Like if you say, most of the Miss India valandru army background ni chustuntaru. So some of them were my students. So yes, chala mandi unnaru. The best thing about it is that inka vallu naku marchipoledu. Whenever there is Teachers' Day, you believe it or not, around hundreds of calls I get wishing me. And on my birthdays, which is 20th Jan, they make it a point, they call me. One thing is there, the love, the affection, the responsibility, whatever we have towards the students, it comes back. Yes, there are many students, and the best thing, like sometimes I walk on the road, suddenly a young man or a young woman, they come, they say, Rekha ma'am, I was your student in this year, now I am this. And that really makes a difference, right? I see my success in the success of my students. Chala mandi unnaru alaga. Yes.
అవగాహన లేని రోజుల్లోనే మౌంటైనర్, రాక్ క్లైంబర్ అనే అరుదైన కోర్సులు నేర్చుకున్నారు కదా, దాని వెనకాల ఉన్న కష్ట నష్టాల గురించి మాకు చెప్తారా?
Yeah, it's again a different question. Mountaineering నేను ఆ రోజుల్లో చేశాను when things were really bad, right? ఒక ట్రాక్ సూట్ వేసుకొని స్టేడియంలో ప్రాక్టీస్ వెళ్తే a lady or a girl 10 మంది చూసారు. At that time, doing rock climbing or mountaineering was a real challenging. First question, she is a girl. రేపు పొద్దున పడిపోయి కాలు చేతులు విరిగిపోతే ఎవరు పెళ్లి చేసుకుంటారు? దట్ వాజ్ అ బిగ్ థింగ్ వాట్ మై రిలేటివ్స్ అండ్ ఆల్ దే వుడ్ సే. అండ్ అగైన్ మౌంటైనరింగ్, రాక్ క్లైంబింగ్ మీన్స్ యూ హ్యాడ్ టు గో విత్ బాయ్స్, అండ్ దట్ వాజ్ వన్ థింగ్ విచ్ మెనీ పీపుల్ డిడ్ నాట్ లైక్ ఇట్. బట్ సమ్హౌ మై పేరెంట్స్, I was able to convince them, though convince amma nanagaru, they got convinced. But again, వాళ్ళ మీద society pressure undala, ma chottalu pakkalu, everyone. But somehow I was able to convince, inka avani chesanu. And here there is one thing which I would like to mention. While I was the guest instructor in Himalayan Mountaineering Institute, I was the youngest guest instructor. Trainees kanta I was young. I was just doing my graduation apurki. So there Sunrise TV వాళ్ళు, Sunrise Radio వాళ్ళు స్పాన్సర్ చేసిన ఒక ఫిల్మ్ చేస్తుండాల, Indian women అని documentary. So they made a movie on me for 45 minutes. So that is an historic moment. Unfortunately, ఆ రోజు మనకి mobile phones లేవు, Facebook లేవు. The only thing is that I have got memories about that, and that is a historic moment. After that, again, Tata Steel Adventure Foundation, we had some video recordings. They were doing few movies, and there I was playing the main role, climbing all the rocks, explaining the techniques and all. Adventure is one thing which happened. It was difficult, lot of struggle was there, but again, it was a beautiful thing. And coming back to the saddest part, I have lost one of my friend, a Mount Everest expedition lo, Sam and Jacob ani, we were classmates, and both of us we did mountaineering and all. Mount Everest expedition lo ayin poyaru. And one more challenging thing is that one of my colleague, climbing chesinapudu generally we have to check the rock quality అలాగ ఉంటుంది. Sometimes there is something called rotten rocks. దాంట్లో చిన్న చిన్న holes ఉంటాయి. పట్టుకొని while we are climbing, holes ఊడిపోతే there are chances of falling down. So this girl who was doing course, like I was doing my advanced course, she was doing her basic course. Tanu kondalo undala, she fell down and she broke her hand and immediately rescue cheyala. Our base camp nunchi kindak ravalante 3 days of nadakondala trekking, right? So then and there we made a helipad, then helicopter was 2 days patindi area clean chesi, temporary helipad chesi, then she was rescued. And again, in those days technology was very weak. We used to communicate via wireless. Eppure oxygen cylinders panchesi kaadu, eppure takvaipoyidi. So communicating was little difficult. Bhayam esidi what is going to happen, because communication is very important and technology was not advanced. Of course, we used to carry extra ration and all, but sometimes emergency undivi. So now things are much easier since we have technology, we have communication. Within seconds we can communicate, but those days, yes.
మీరు చాలా కోఆపరేట్ స్కూల్స్, కోఆపరేట్ కాలేజెస్లోనే వర్క్ చేశారు కదా, గవర్నమెంట్ స్కూల్స్పై మీకున్న అభిప్రాయం ఏంటి?
Government schools, generally I go for Zilla Parishad schools and government schools. I take free sessions on management, stress management, time management, then personality skills, communication skills. And government school, in fact, I have written some letters to the government of Telangana mentioning that I would like to adopt few schools. Free, I would like to work for them. Just 2 schools I want. And I want to make them number 1. I want to make them better than the so-called international schools or corporate schools. One thing, as I also mentioned, students, their psychology, everything is same. The environment where they grow, that makes the difference. And government school children, they are street smart, very smart in fact compared to other children. Facilities manu iste. In fact, government schools, like the salary what the teachers are getting is really handsome. The thing is that they don't take the responsibility. The government school teachers have to be accountable, responsible, everything. And that is where the role of teachers they come. And if whatever salary is getting, if the same in private schools, not even half of the salary they get what a government school teachers is getting. But again, there is a big quality difference. The only thing is that management, for the management, it is a commercial thing, and commercial success comes when there is a quality. And these private schools, they go for quality. And the government schools, since the teachers have the job security, whether you teach or not, you get your handsome pay pack. They come, sign, they go, that is it. It is no doubt the government is investing some crores. What I feel is that strict monitoring is required, inspection is required, and someone has to be made answerable, accountable, and responsible.
అంటే గవర్నమెంట్ స్కూల్స్లో పర్సనల్ కేర్ ఉండదు, ఇంటర్నేషనల్ స్కూల్లో పర్సనల్ కేర్ డే టు డే రిపోర్ట్ పంపిస్తారు. మీరు దీన్ని ఎలా ఓవర్కమ్ చేస్తారు? మీరు అడాప్ట్ చేసుకుంటాను అంటున్నారు కదా, మీరు ఎలా ఓవర్కమ్ చేస్తారు?
లైఫ్లో కొత్త ఏదైనా మనం స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే వీ హ్యావ్ టు లెర్న్, వీ హ్యావ్ టు అడాప్ట్, అండ్ అగైన్ వీ నీడ్ టు హ్యావ్ అవర్ ఓన్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్, అవర్ foresight undala, man planning undali, and by God's grace I'm really good in planning and foreseeing. I know like what trend is going to set, and before 6 months or 1 year I adopt what other schools adopt, right? So coming back to international schools and all, teachers they put their effort, one-to-one interaction untundi, each and every potential or the capability of the student meeda panchestaru. Government school adi ledu, pillalu vastunnara leda, no one is bothered, teacher icharu, if she has come it's fine, otherwise no one is bothered. So that is the reason even government schools unnanu, free fees undadu, midday meals unnai, everything is there, no one wants to send their children. So since the government is spending so much, I feel someone has to be really serious about it. And again, as I mentioned, if I get 2 schools, I'm going to bring a big revolution. And my mantra, a student never fails, it is the teacher who fails, I would like to implement. And once, if that we instill in the teachers 100%, there is going to be a big revolution in the field of education.
మహిళల్లో ఋతుక్రమం, మెన్స్ట్రల్ శానిటేషన్, ఈ పదాలు వాడాలంటే మనం ఎంతో ఇబ్బంది పడతాం. దీని గురించి మీరు ఎలాంటి అవేర్నెస్ తీసుకొస్తారు?
Here right now, like government schools developed now, we are going to the rural areas and we are supplying them pads. But the problem ఏంటంటే like we don't have sponsors, right? Sponsors ఎతకాలంటే it is a big challenge for us. ఏదైనా ఒక నార్మల్ సోషల్ వర్క్ చేయాలంటే we need funds, and funding or getting the sponsors is a big challenge. And initially a challenge చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉండాలా, like రేఖారావు ఎవరికి తెలిసేది కాదు. సో ₹1 ఇవ్వాలంటాను, స్పాన్సర్ చేయాలంటే 101 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉండేది, they would see who she is. But now, since people have started identifying me and now sponsors వాళ్ళు వస్తున్నారు, coming to this menstrual sanitation, Monday we had a meeting and we are
feel shy to
yes, once upon a time they were shy. Now girls are coming out and it has become a public topic now. In fact, we also have a movie, The Padman, right? So that is a big breakthrough and women, they feel comfortable talking about it. And again, it is a realist thing, avoiding, it doesn't matter, right? So that is one thing. So we are tying up with some companies who have promised us that they would be giving at throwaway prices, and we are going to supply the pads to the rural girls. And one thing, like we personally, we are going to the girls and give them the hand over the pads, and we have sessions where we tell them how to handle those 3 or 4 days and how to be comfortable. And again, the myth, 3 days you are not supposed to enter the house, the do's and don'ts, nothing. It is a biological process, very common thing. The mental breakthrough or mental change has to be there. In fact, yesterday or 2 days back only, I was in a meeting, we were discussing all these things.
ప్రస్తుత సమాజంలో ఒక అబ్బాయికి ఈమె నీ తల్లి, ఈమె నీ చెల్లి, ఈమె నీ ఫ్రెండ్, ఈమె నీ భార్య అని మనం వాళ్ళని డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేస్తూ వాళ్ళ రోల్స్ చెప్తున్నాం. అంటే అందరినీ ఒకే రకంగా వాళ్ళు ట్రీట్ చేయడం లేదు. అలాంటి రోజుల్లో ఉన్నాం. దాని గురించి మీరు ఏం చెప్తారు?
చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి పిల్లలు దినో అమ్మ ఎవరో, అక్క ఎవరో, తెల్లలు ఎవరో. So if you see the trend in the society, if a boy calls a girl akka ani, tanki rape cheyadu, chellana rape cheyaru, and they don't accept everyone as akka and chellilo, yeah? And that is the human thing. So mindset change avali. The thing is that Indian society is so closed, exposure undadu. You go abroad, rapes are avutuntayi, but again there is no difference between a boy and a girl. Indialo that closeness chinnappudu nunchi unte manaku problem undadu. There is a big difference between a boy going to a boys school or a girl going to a girls school, or a boy and a girl who study in co-education. Oka mat co-education school lo chadute, they understand the psychology, the mentality, the behavior, right? So what I feel, co-education system unte ఈ ప్రాబ్లం మనకి అంత
అంటే మన దేశంలో ఎక్కువ వెస్టర్న్ కల్చర్ ఎక్కువ ఇక్కడ అలవాటు చేసుకున్నాం, మనం అడాప్ట్ చేసుకున్నాం ఈ భారతదేశంలో వెస్టర్న్ కల్చర్ని. మ్యారిటల్ సిస్టమ్ కూడా చాలా పాడైంది. దీని గురించి నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ డైవర్స్ కేసెస్ కానీ ఈ రోజుల్లో పెరిగాయి.
డైవర్స్ కేసెస్ హియర్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు టాక్. ఓల్డెన్ డేస్లో ఇఫ్ హస్బెండ్ వైఫ్ దే డిడ్ నాట్ గెట్ అలాంగ్, దే వర్ ఫోర్స్డ్ టు స్టే. ద రీజన్ ఈస్ దట్ economically the woman was not independent. Now if a woman who is economically independent godavalu stay, they will take divorce, nothing wrong in that. And even in this generation, this era, if a woman is not educated, and there are hundreds of women, husband wife, they don't get along, and just to show to the society they are together, or a woman, she doesn't have the courage to divorce just because economically she is not independent. Olden days also divorce only the word divorce takwa, but again husband wife lo padidi kaadu. And again coming back to extramarital relations, olden days lo it was something, a man having 2 or 3 keeps, what I call, or the mistress, that was a status symbol. Every era the word rape uchindi, enduku uchindi? Since hundreds of years we have the word rape because it was happening. It's not just all of a sudden 1 year back or 10 years back it happened. If you, the word rape unadi means rape was happening. Then again extramarital affairs, or we say keeps or mistresses, it was also happening in olden days. That is why we have it in the dictionary, right? So nothing is old, everything was happening. Ippudu media vachi, newspapers vachi, we are talking more. Olden days lo manchulu maatladoru kaadu. Now we have the courage to speak. Few years back, divorce, a lady with divorce and stigma. Now nothing like that.
హైకోర్టు, సుప్రీంకోర్టు ఇలా ఎన్నో జడ్జిమెంట్స్ ఇస్తూ ఉన్నాయి. అవి ప్రజలు పాటించడం లేదు, ప్రభుత్వం పాటించట్లేదు. దీని గురించి మీ అభిప్రాయం ఏంటంటే?
Forget about High Court and Supreme Court. Constitutions lo unnai, rules are there, regulations are there, 33% women reservation unnai. Is it happening? No. It is going to take time. Slowly the mindset of the people has to change, and that is going to take centuries. Overnight avadu. For example, dowry system, dowry teeskokordu, we have the rules, legislations. Is it happening? No. So it is going to take time, and again if something a person is benefiting, obviously they are not going to accept, right? So it will happen, it will take time, progress comes very slow. That is it. Constitution only rules ledu. If we get that 33% reservation, nothing like that, right? That is also not happening.
మీరు చాలా ఇంటర్వ్యూలో శశి థరూర్ గురించి కూడా చెప్తూ ఉంటారు, దాని గురించి చెప్తారా?
Well, Shashi Tharoor is my role model. MPhil lo ఆయన మీద నేను రీసెర్చ్ చేశాను. Altogether around 19 to 20 books he has written, and each and every book is a mesmerizing one. It is full of messages and all. Oka novel ఆయన రాశారు, the great Indian novel. Adi man political, we can compare it with political characters and all, in that we have lots of characters who are same with Indira Gandhi or Nehru or Jinnah. So in a beautiful way he presented Mahabharat characters plus Indian political characters. That is one thing. And again, if you see his YouTube speeches and all, I know YouTube speeches only, sometimes I feel we can use it as a syllabus for the students, whether it is the forgiveness asking from the British and all, and when he talks about this historic moment or anything like it, they're so informative, so beautiful. Sometimes, in fact, if you see my social networking and all, I keep saying that XYZ YouTube video can be used as a syllabus. As a politician, he's amazing. Then again, international level also, he is a great personality, highly qualified. If I wish we had more of politicians of that strategy, of that strata, Indian politics would really be different. Coming to his personal life, no comments. Personal life is entirely different, and professional life is entirely different. And for me as a professional, the way he is as a politician, as an educator, as a diplomat, yes, I admire him. He is my role model.
ఆకాశంలో సగం అన్నది ఒకప్పుడు నానుడి, కానీ ఆకాశం అంతా మనమే అన్నది ఇప్పుడు నానుడి అన్న మహిళల్లో శ్రీమతి రేఖారావు గారు ఒకరు. సో వ్యూవర్స్, శ్రీమతి రేఖారావు గారిని మనం అందరూ ఆదర్శంగా తీసుకొని ముందుకు సాగాలని పబ్లిక్ టాక్ టీవీ ఆశిస్తుంది.
And I take this great opportunity to thank Public Talk channel for giving me an opportunity to express myself, and the team Public Talk is doing a great, wonderful job bringing the hard workers, the people who are contributing towards the society. And thank you, team Public Talk. Thank you. Namaste, Namaskar, Johar, Jule, Salam Alaikum, Sastakal greetings. On behalf of Public Talk TV, I request you all to subscribe. It is a great channel doing a wonderful job, and they are creating awareness in the society. Share it, like it, promote it. Here we have a channel who are not politics. They are working towards the welfare of the society. They want to bring change in the society. And it's our turn, our responsibility to promote channels which are so liberal, who are socially into service, purely they want to do something good in the society. See you guys. Have a great day. Thank you.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.